From a footballer with Ballon d'Or potential in 2-3 years to a player with a positive doping test and a bench warmer status. When Chelsea signed Mykhailo Mudryk in January 2023, overtaking Arsenal at the finish line, it was seen as a major victory for the club's new owner, Todd Boehly. The football world was supposed to be intimidated by the arrival of a player the media had elevated to the skies. Yet today everyone is talking about meldonium. What happened? How did one of the world's most promising footballers so easily sabotage his career? And what's the connection to theories involving Russian intelligence? Finally, who is Miss Violetta Hrachova, a name even former Ukrainian officials are discussing? Late night walks in London, Mudryk's introverted nature, and the immense pressure he placed on himself. How did a future Ballon d'Or winner become just Misha in the eyes of Enzo Maresca?
Yeah, but I think this is Misha, this is Mudryk. In terms of not only tonight, I think a little bit since he joined the club, I think he had some good moments.
The Island Channel welcomes you. Get ready for the whole truth about Mykhailo Mudryk's meldonium case. Let's dive in. It was late November 2023. Mykhailo Mudryk, after a few disappointing months at his new club, was on a date. He was spending time with the Russian model Violetta Hrachova. Yes, her Instagram handle is violetta.bird, and yes, she's stunning. The date was held in a helicopter overlooking London at sunset. Pure romance. At that moment, Mudryk was already feeling disillusioned with himself. A reserved and introverted personality, he struggled to adapt to life after leaving a country embroiled in one of the largest wars in history. He was desperate to prove himself in the world's toughest league, perhaps too desperate. A teammate described him as an easygoing soul who had become obsessed with proving himself in Europe's toughest league, along with justifying his hefty price tag. He felt the pressure of the transfer 100%, the player said. He trained hard, often putting in extra hours at the gym, but the criticism, especially from fans, hit him hard. This excerpt from a Daily Mail article by Sami Mykhailo perfectly encapsulates what Mudryk was going through at the time. Contrastingly, others indicate his penchant for a night out, an attraction not necessarily unusual for foreign footballers seduced by the capital's bright lights and temptations. Mudryk felt out of place in his new environment and sought answers, though none seemed to work. His limited English skills and difficulty forming bonds within the team left him isolated. So when a charming Russian woman entered his life, he took it as a sign. She even wore his jersey. It felt like fate. The fact that this relationship might be dangerous given that his country was at war with Russia did not seem to cross his mind. He didn't care. Ukrainian journalist said this when discussing Mudryk's romance with Hrachova. Mudryk flirted openly. Violetta's Instagram page became his favorite destination for likes, comments, and dreams of their next meeting. And then came another date, this time in Paris. Once again, a helicopter ride. Once again, an airborne rendezvous. Such a romantic guy. Judging by the photos Violetta posted at the time, the Ukrainian footballer spared no expense, including a bouquet of flowers he had delivered to the Russian model. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian people endured the second year of a full-scale invasion, marked by a faltering counter-offensive by the Ukrainian army. While Ukraine suffered heavy losses, one of its national symbols indulged in a controversial relationship. Something was wrong with Mudryk. Has love clouded his mind? Misha, what are you doing? Ukrainians commented under photos of his glamorous companion. This romance seemed unethical to Ukrainians enduring the horrors of war. It was seen as naive and short-sighted. The criticism eventually reached Violetta, who responded on Instagram. Ukrainians, I love you. Stop hating and spamming my profile. I'm for peace in the whole world. This acknowledgement was more than just a story in Instagram. It was confirmation of her connection to Mudryk and, by extension, to Ukraine. But the relationship was short-lived. Paris marked its peak. By February 2024, Violetta announced on Instagram that they had split. Why did you break up? Different views, principles. I should be proud of my man, not ashamed. Mudryk continued liking Violetta's photos, becoming even more withdrawn. It's possible he even slipped into a mid-depression. After their breakup, Mudryk played 12 matches for Chelsea, scoring just 2 goals. Manager Mauricio Pochettino kept faith in the Ukrainian and gave him enough playing time, but Mudryk's mind seemed far from football. Mudryk's poor form extended to Euro 2024, where he played just 2 of Ukraine's 3 group stage matches. He missed a crucial game against Belgium, reportedly due to an injury sustained from overexerting himself in the gym. Even if Ukraine had advanced, Mudryk wouldn't have played for the remainder of the tournament. His reaction to the news was equally troubling. Champion of nonsense. Those who believe this nonsense are no better. It's a pity that our people always look for reasons to trash others, he commented online. But the most scandalous story involved Moscow. On the 18th of June, Violetta celebrated her birthday at the Stella di Mosca hotel. On that day, Mudryk reportedly sent her a lavish delivery. "Happy birthday, my love, MM," the note read. MM, Mudryk's initials. It was 1,000 roses for the Russian model while Ukraine continued its fight against Moscow. This sparked outrage among Ukrainians. Eventually, the romance faded, but the meldonium scandal reignited talk of Mudryk's connection to Hrachova. Some former Ukrainian officials suggested that his positive doping test might have been part of a Russian intelligence operation. Former acting president of Ukraine's Athletics Federation, Yevhen Pronin, advised Mudryk's defense team to use this angle. If Mykhailo's lawyers argue that his Russian ex, or perhaps not so ex, lover slipped him meldonium as part of an FSB operation to ruin his career and tarnish Ukraine's reputation in global sports, this could serve as a mitigating factor. This theory gained traction as Ukrainians recalled how Russia and Ukraine employed various methods during wartime. Some noted the viral story of Ukrainian Instagram blogger Ksusha Manikin, who received an award from Ukraine's intelligence service for her work on the information front. Could Russia have used Hrachovan's connection with Mudryk to strike another blow against Ukraine's image? Could this have happened in Georgia, where Russia still wields significant influence? The Athletic has been told by multiple sources who wish to remain anonymous as they are not authorized to speak publicly on the matter that Mudryk tested positive for meldonium following international duty with Ukraine in November. The theory of Russian interference is popular. Under the Athletic's article on Mudryk's Chelsea career, the top comment reads, "Who can say whether Russia had a hand in this?" 124 likes, 38 replies. A controversial story, indeed, but what was Mykhailo Mudryk thinking when he chose a Russian woman as his partner during a war between their countries? An incredible story that deserves your attention. This video contains the facts on the basis of which we recreated the story that could cost Mykhailo Mudryk his career. If the B sample confirms the positive test, Mudryk could face a 4-year ban. This was the Island Channel, your place to learn a little more about English football. Did you like the story? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more. Don't miss our video on how Arne Slot took Liverpool to the next level. Bye!